more scent molecules than my sock, but the time delay would mean that when the drone flew the pre-programmed flight path, eventually veering off the road and releasing the sock from the servo motor in the bushes, that scent would be much more recent and fresh for Zinka to hopefully follow. Alright, this one might be my personal favorite. And now that I was off the main road and into the woods, I found the perfect spot for my second trap. Smells gross. I knew from reviewing the Berkeley footage that Zinka was extremely interested in squirrels. Taxidermied squirrel, not Fat Gus for the record. Shay later confirmed this and let it slip it was a combination of their quick movement and their smell that she just found irresistible. So between train track squirrel and taxidermy squirrel, our bases were covered. Now obviously this trap wasn't going to trick Shay. The idea here was, given Zinka's weakness for squirrels and their 1 hour time limit, every precious minute I got them to waste would increase my chances. After that, I continued up the trail for a few hundred yards until I came to another convenient fork in the path, perfect for my third of 7 traps. I wanted to lay another deceptive trail of my scent molecules going the wrong way in case the drone sock didn't work out. Only this time, to really cover my bases, I was going for a 3-pronged approach. This land-based vehicle, also known as the Mark Rover, would have one of my socks in a compartment with a fan that would blow out my scent, and then another sock in a liquid container to make some nice sock soup that would spray out my scent in case the scent molecules would bond well with the water. And then for the third, since I was out of socks, the part I'm not looking forward to, I'd have to go straight to the source. Using a cheese grater, I harvested some actual pieces of meat combined with some sawdust, so when the time came, it would slowly leave behind an overwhelming trail of meat along with the other 2 methods as the rover misleadingly roved along. And by the way, these weren't just Hail Mary ideas, because we ran some tests with Zinka showing she could easily isolate my scent using all 3 of these approaches. We got earth, wind, and water, the trifecta. What I don't have is a change of socks. Dang it. So with everything set and the rover timer counting down, I socklessly set out to set up trap number 4. And this next one is a doozy. This is basically a massive plane and propeller, just without the plane. The thinking here was I really confused Zinka when I used the fireman's piston because my scent trail just seemed to stop. Additionally, after reviewing the Berkeley footage, I noticed the reason she got caught up on the bushes outside the parking garage was thanks to the strong crosswind blowing my scent off the sidewalk. So what if I took that to 11 with some 95-mile-an-hour hurricane force winds? Close, but I also lost a lot of skin cells, hopefully. Good luck with that, Shay! And since Zinka would definitely be wanting to follow my scent off the road in the direction of the wind, I picked a random spot to sneak off in the other direction on a trail leading straight to the heart of the redwood forest. And there was a stream running alongside the trail, so I took the opportunity to test the idea that dogs can't track you if you're stepping in water that's sweeping the scent away. Which was super awesome when you're already hiking without socks. From there, it was all about agility and stamina to cover a lot of ground through the redwood forest. With 5 of my traps set and only 2 to go, I was feeling confident. Nothing was gonna break my focus on the task at hand. Ooh. Oh! Wow! Yeah! All right, back to the hunt. I can't pretend I'm in shape anymore. Which was good timing, because having exited the forest, it was time for my 6th and possibly strongest trap of them all. I've got some big plans for this meadow right here. I'm gonna put a bunch of my scent in this clearing. The idea is to overwhelm this area with my smell. And believe me when I say, at this point, I don't smell that great. The genesis for this idea came from seeing how Zinka got tripped up at the bench where I spent a long time waiting, because there was just a ton of my scent molecules lingering around versus the relatively small amount of scent molecules for my single exit trail. And for part 2, to further obscure my path, I had a special surprise. The bunny suit. I spent about 5 months wearing one of these every day at NASA as I tested and integrated my hardware on the Mars rover. As you can probably guess by now, the purpose of those bunny suits is to keep in those 40,000 skin cells per minute that we shed so we don't send the rover headed to Mars looking for life, contaminated with life of our own. And so with my bunny suit on, I would practically become invisible to Zinka's nose for my escape. Let's go. But to further tip the scales, I held my breath as I ran away. And if by some miracle Shay and Zinka made it this far, I had 2 final tricks up my sleeve. I knew Zinka was incredibly motivated by food because she would go for any morsel that was left out. Plus, that's how Shay rewarded her when she successfully found her target. And in one of our conversations, Shay let it slip that her favorite foods were chicken and cheese. And wouldn't you know it, but I just stumbled upon a bunch of chicken and cheese. That's gonna take her the wrong way down the path. Oh yeah, that's a good meal. And then if somehow she tracks me all the way up here, I'm walking right in front of these mini fans. So all my scent goes out into the